Hey everyone, welcome to Creating with Jazzy Bundles. Today I'm going to show you how I made this adorable card covered in circles. Let's get jazzy. My name is Jenny and this is Creating with Jazzy Bundles, the channel where we take our simple supplies from your neighborhood craft store or favorite online retailer and turn them into one-of-a-kind pieces of art. If you like this video, hit subscribe before you leave and ring the bell to be the first to see our new videos. And with that, let's get started on today's craft. Earlier this week, I posted a challenge on my Facebook page for Creating with Jazzy Bundles. The challenge was to use circles in any craft. So this week I decided I was going to try and use as many circles as possible in creating a card. For this circle card, you will need the following supplies. Some cardstock. The cardstock I'm going to use today comes from two different places. One, I have this marbled paper that I got from Joann's quite a while ago, but it's by Miss Sparkle and Company. And so I have some of that, and then I have some regular solid cardstock that I got from Michael's, and I just use their Recollections brand for most of my projects actually. So I've got some pink and some teal, some gray that I'm going to use, and then I have this paper that I got from them. It's also by Recollections, but it's their shimmer paper. I don't know if you can really see the, oh there you can, the shimmer of it. I have some that is a white shimmer, and then I have some that is a gold or champagne color shimmer, and I like giving them or using them on some of my cards. It just gives that extra little sparkle without having to use glitter or anything like that. Something just a little bit extra. You're also going to need circles. So you can either cut them out on a Cricut or a Silhouette. You can cut them out by hand if you're really that talented. I am not talented enough to cut by hand a circle, but today I'm going to use some hole punches. You could also probably use dies if you have ones that are different sizes of circles. So I have a 2-inch punch from Bira. I just got this on Amazon. Actually, I just got this on Amazon not too long ago, and it's my new favorite tool that I just got. I have a Martha Stewart 1-inch punch and a little punch from Fiskars. I think, I'm not 100% sure on the size of it, but when it comes out, it measures just over ½ an inch. So I'm sure it's more than an inch, but it's not really 3/4 of an inch either. So whatever that size might be, maybe 5/8. And then just a regular single hole punch that you can get from any office or school supply store or section at the regular like Walmart or Target or something like that. You're also going to need some adhesive to be able to glue down your scissors, or glue down your paper, excuse me. And today I'm going to use my art glitter glue and double-sided tape again. And then last, you will need a pair of scissors. That way, what I like to do, or what I did for this card anyways, is I put down all my circles on my base, or on the top layer here, and then I cut it off just like we do the washi tape card or the Starburst card. And if you haven't seen those, I'll put a link up in the corner for you so that you can go and watch those after you watch this video. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So I've punched out a whole bunch of circles already from creating my other card. I got a little circle punch happy and created or made a whole bunch of circles. So we'll see if I need to actually punch any more. And I have a piece of base here that I'm going to use. I think I already cut it down to the size I need. Yep. And so what I did was I just started putting circles down everywhere. And we can even use some of these other ones that I've already cut off, especially if they're in a corner like that. And I just played with it and until I found something that I liked or that looked kind of cool, and added layers everywhere. When I first started this card, didn't really know if it was going to work, and I was a little cautious, and I told myself, well, if it doesn't work, it's okay. I will just start over or find different paper to be able to use if the concept doesn't work. But I was really happy because it did work. At least to me, I think my card that ended up coming out was really pretty. It makes it seem, I feel like it's a whole bunch of planets and moons and suns and stars all floating around because of, I think it's the marble effect on all the paper to me. I'm just gonna layer my paper on. So have any of you ever tried this before or made a card like this before? If you have, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments. If you want to leave a comment or post it over on our social media. And if you do make one of these cards, we would love to see your end results. I feel like I'm just throwing circles everywhere. And something that I found with this other one is experiment with your layering. Don't always put the smallest ones on top of the bigger ones. When I started layering some of these in some different unique ways, it really looked cool at the end. I know it looks kind of crazy and messy right now, but it will look really cool when you're done. It's kind of one of those surprise paintings that have you ever seen those where they like use the spray paint and they're painting all this crazy stuff and it's going everywhere, and then at the end the guy takes it and like flips it around and all of a sudden it's a picture, and it's a picture of a face or something like that. To me, that's kind of what this is. It looks like a bunch of blobs right now, but soon it will be actual art, an actual card. So I'm just going to leave a little space here so that I can come back and put a sentiment on without covering up too many of my circles. So I left this space here so that I can put a sentiment on it later. So now that I've got a whole bunch of circles everywhere, the way I found it easiest to start gluing all of this down is kind of starting from the top. So for example, I have this little one here, this little dot. If I just put a little glue right here, I'm just going to put a little glue on the end, but not necessarily on the bottom layer of my card, just on the circle. Line up the edge at least. And now I will more than I wanted. Line up. We'll cut off the parts that flow over in a little bit. So for this one, a little bit of glue here. That one back. A little bit of glue here. that one back. Now I can glue this whole thing down. And don't stress too much about getting it towards the edge. You can always come back and add more glue. But if you glue your paper, your circles down to your mat, whatever mat you're working on, it's gonna be a little harder to take that off. I think that was the one there. Right. So while I'm gluing these down, I don't know if or how many of you might follow us on Facebook, but we announced earlier today that we launched our new blog. And if you haven't checked it out yet, we would love to have you check it out. It is just Creating with Jazzy Bundles, creatingwithjazzybundles.com. Nice and easy, the name of our YouTube channel and everything else. So you haven't checked it out yet, we would love to have you come over and hang out with us. We love to do all kinds of crafts, so don't feel like you have to do a certain kind of craft to hang out with us. Right now we do a lot of, there's a lot of paper crafts and cards and stuff like on there, but you know, for my YouTube channel, we also do hair bows and jewelry and all kinds of stuff. So if there's something that you're interested in and we don't have a video for it yet, let us know, because we would love to do videos that you are looking for. All right. I glued my paper down. Oh, I lost one. No idea where it was. Here, we'll put it down here. All right. Now we need to trim it up. So flip it over, take our scissors, and just follow along. You could probably also do this on a paper trimmer or a guillotine or something like that if it's easier for you. Just depends on what you want to do. I will say that on my first card, I had 3 layers of the paper on top of the base. So it was actually 4 layers of cardstock. And it got kind of thick for my scissors. So, and I wasn't actually expecting it to be so thick in that spot. So just be careful and watch how many layers you're cutting, and it'll be a little bit easier as you go along. All right, and there is my new base. All right, so I'm going to take this, find my little folder. Okay, and I'm going to use my double-sided tape to put my card base, or my background rather, on my card. And you could use any tape you wanted to put this on. I just like to use my double-sided tape. I just find it easier. Line up where you want it. And there we have it. And it's just a little bit of shine, like outer space. This one is just as cute as this one. I'm so excited. I hope you enjoyed making this circle card with me. I really had a lot of fun with this challenge. I hope you'll come and hang out with us on Facebook and see when we have our next challenge next week. Don't forget to click subscribe and ring the bell to be the first to see our new videos. We would love to hear from you in the comments or on our social media. Show us your creations. If you enjoyed this tutorial, check out our other card making tutorials here. And if you want to watch some of our other craft videos, check out this playlist here.